Hello and good day everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this corset. So we're starting off with the waist measurement, and then from there we're doing the bust measurement, or underneath the boobs, like right underneath, and then we're gonna go straight to like the and all these measurements are gonna come together to make the corset or just help you draft it overall. And then from there we're also doing right above the boob, like where you want it the necklines to meet, so whatever necklines you want. Here are some examples. And then I'm also going from like where I did the top of it to see how long I want it, how long I want the sides as well. So I was measured how big I want the boob panels to be, and I have about these measurements, as you can see. And then I did also end up doing some halfies, like from the sides that I measured. And I also used a shirt to help me guide myself. And also remember to do the measurements underneath the armpit so it doesn't dig into you. For the actual drafting process, I decided to make about half of the corset, so I numbered off my patterns 1, 2, 3 so I could know what order they go in. So right now I'm just going to be doing the mock-up for it. So first, I did change the patterns ever so slightly. Originally this was together, but then I split it up so it could better accommodate the size. So it's basically attaching to here, and on the opposite side it's also attaching to here, and sort of like this. And it'll anyway, let's get pattern drafting or mock-upping. Cut out. I have and then to ensure straightness, I basically got the pattern pieces, I dotted them wherever they were like points, and then I just connected the points to make everything super straight. I was asked to make a few adjustments to the pattern by my mother. She said to raise the neckline by 1 inch, so I did ½ inch. And then I wanted to change the shape of the middle. Oh my god, sorry. I want to change the shape of the middle to a Vivienne Westwood corset type deal, as seen here. But you can do whatever you want. You can keep it like a stay, or you can honestly lengthen it, add sleeves, and change the neckline, whether it be like a V shape, this neckline, that neckline, maybe that neckline if you're feeling like it. The world's your oyster. You do you. And then I did go on to proceed to make another mock-up of the paper so I would know and be reassured in my greatness. Now that I've been assured of my greatness, it's time to start the actual process of like making it other than drafting it. So first, the fabric I chose has a really nice body to it, but it's a bit too thin for my taste for corset making, and the boob cups require a bit more structure to be able to like hold them. So I decided to use like a medium to lightweight interfacing and iron that on, and I needed about like 2 strips. Oh yeah, this is a great iron. I'll link it down in the description. And first we're ironing everything out and making sure that the interfacing is nicely attached and cutting that part off. And I set it to create 1/2 of it at a time. And for the actual like fabric, like the actual fabric part, I made about 4 of those little fabrics rectangles, and that made the entire corset. And from there, I'm doing the same method where I do dots, and then I connect them with the red Sharpie, since red is obviously not going to show up the same way black does on this fabric. The fabric is the fabric has a really nice weight, and like the fabric has a really nice color and like finish to it. It's beautiful. But I ended up drafting for a pretty long time. Okay, so make sure to iron down all of your seams. Pretty please. And that's me trying it on for like the first half of the halves when I was doing this. And then I'm pinning for basically an eternity. This took me quite a bit of time. And basically wherever there's a line and wherever we created like a pattern, like the pattern put together, if you know what I mean. Like I'll put up a photo. We're going to be pinning that together and then sewing it all down. So basically we want to create everything flat, and even do the boob triangles, we want that flat too, because it'll look even prettier. And as you can see, there's always going to be a little gap when it's on a table. Here's me trying it on. The lace up, there's going to be a bit of a gap in the lace up, but that doesn't matter. We're learning. Now I did that exact same process twice and made another half, and we're going to be pinning that half together. First I'm going vertically and then horizontally. That makes everything stay way better. And we're almost in the home stretch of this project. This is like 7 hours of footage. You're gonna see like 10-20 minutes. Good for you. Good for you. That is what all the pinning should look like. We want everything connected, and now that it's nice and pinned, the boob structures are holding themselves up. Okay, it is now time to start flipping everything over after the little ends have been ironed in and folded inside. So, we flipped everything over and now I'm getting fabric clips and like pinching the ends out so they're like nice and crisp. And then from there I'm gonna iron it and make it nice and wet. The wetter it is, the better it is to take its shape. And just remember, use all the water. It's gonna make everything so much easier. And then I don't know if you can tell, but the cups, like the boob triangle cups, were inspired by stays I had just watched Bridgerton. Anyway, I ended up ironing down this, and I'm ironing down the little seam for the lace-ups. I ended up not adding lace-ups and instead started doing eyelets. And then I sewed that straight down. And I ended up using one of the old patterning pieces for a guide to know where the holes are at. And first I poked them with a seam ripper, and then I poked them with an awl. An awl is this little pokey thing. It looks like an ice pick. That took quite a while. So and then from there, the little ends that we tucked in, like on the inside, we are now going to add little straight pins to it, or like dressmaker pins, and do the same process before, make them vertical, and then we're going to put horizontal pins in. Now we're just gonna sew the little edge so the little fabric doesn't come out. I was doing this the other night. So as you can see, that's what we want it to look like. That's what we want it to look like. Oh yeah, and then mind the noise. Shut up! Shut up! Oh yeah, and the reason I did this because I wanted to just like Chun-Li, this girl from Street Fighter. I already put the ribbons in my hair and everything.